Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special Lord of the Rings draft here on the channel. Today we are going to Magic Online, where they've brought back Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth for a week, and I'm going to be drafting it, talking through it, and just having a good time playing the set. Now, the thing you need to know before diving into this set is that black is the best color and green is the worst color. So that's kind of going to be the litmus test for how we approach these things. Green blue is very, very bad. So green blue is a color combo. It's one we're going to try to avoid. And yeah, let's see what we're working with. We've got Lotho, decent black white card, and black white is a solid color combo. There's also Torment of Gollum, which is just really solid. There's Elrond, which is a reasonable card as well. Just gets you some scrying. And then there's just some random blue cards that are okay. Gimli's fine. I think I'm just going to take the Torment of Gollum, though. The card's pretty solid. Take one of their best things and get a little bit of discard. Troll of Khazad-dûm is also fine. Okay. Green-red specifically is the best combination. Not green-red. Black-red specifically is the best combination. But blue-black, black-white, all those are pretty reasonable as well. Council's Deliberation, not crazy good. The Scry deck never really came together. Cirith Ungol Patrol is fine, but not like a crazy black card. But just pretty much any black card is reasonable to try to get into black. I think Samwise the Stout-Hearted is going to be my pick here, though. Just a really nice 2-drop, gets you some value, and even lets the ring tempt you, which is another big part of this set, is having cards that let the ring tempt you so you can start getting rid of extra lands in the late game. Having some nice grindy elements is nice as well. And yeah, overall, decent start to the draft. I don't think first picking Torment of Gollum is generally a great place to be, but I didn't love that pack. And Sam is a nice follow-up. But yeah. Okay, pick 3. We see Reprieve, which is great. Probably going to be my pick here. There's also Protector of Gondor, which is a really nice creature token enabler. There is Easterling Vanguard as a 2-drop, which is also like a reasonable card to take. I think I'm going to take Reprieve, though. Nice little 2-drop. This Mirkwood Bats isn't very good. Yeah, there's all these blue cards, these scry payoffs. The card rewards you for casting multiple spells in a turn, which is kind of a blue-red thing. And yeah, if I wasn't taking Reprieve, I would be taking Protector of Gondor. This is just a nice card, and then I would take Easterling Vanguard. Vanguard's probably close to it, but yeah. Having two flash cards is also nice. I just think Reprieve is a nice addition. Now we can get Gothmog, giving our tokens Death Touch is really good. Helps us get into black as well. The Mouth of Sauron is pretty reasonable. But I would totally be fine playing black-white. We did pass the black-white gold card, but that card's like just okay. Brandywine Farmer, sadly a 1/1's not really good enough. Many Partings was one of my favorite cards, but green is not like a great place to be. Spider, just, yeah, green you can draft, but we're just going to be happy drafting what we can get here right now. Cavalier's not great. I mean, the pack is starting to dry up a little bit, but getting reasonable cards so far. Now there's Oliphant, Breaking of the Fellowship. Pretty much any card that says the ring tempts you is okay. We're seeing some green. Stew the Conies is a totally reasonable green uncommon. Entish Restoration is totally reasonable. I think we might just take Breaking of the Fellowship. We can totally abandon white if we want to. White-red's also fine. We don't really want to go into green for any of these cards. Oliphant's fine. But Breaking the Fellowship, totally reasonable card. Kingfisher's okay. But yeah, black-red's a totally good deck. Hobbit's Sting now. Could play well with some of our cards like Gothmog, which makes multiple bodies. If we get any Protectors of Gondor, Hobbit's Sting could be really nice for us. There's also Cirith Ungol Patrol, which plays well with tokens and stuff. Also makes tokens. So it's between those two, I think. I think I'll take the Cirith Ungol Patrol to try and get a little bit deeper into black. I'd rather play black-red than white-red, and so I'll get deeper into black versus getting deeper into white. And now we see Uruk-hai Berserker. This card's just great. Totally, really rock-solid 3-drop. Just what we're looking for. There's another Hobbit Sting, so white-black still looking pretty open, or at least open enough. There's the Rohirrim Lancer. Stern Scolding's fine. Don't love the Dunedain's Blade, but Uruk-hai Berserker is great. And overall, our deck is coming together nicely. We've got anyone we recognize in the pod? Nope. No one I recognize. That's how it goes. But yeah, basically, getting into black is really good. If we can stay in black, we'll be pretty happy. Black-green is not the worst deck, though, so we will just take many partings now. Mirror of Galadriel. We're not going to control enough legendaries to make this worth it. The Warg. 3/4 Menace. We do have a decent number of orcs, though. Maybe we could just take that. We aren't going to really care. I don't think this is the card you really need to play. And if many partings is coming around, maybe we can get a bunch more cards late. Cast into the Fire's not the greatest, but you can play it sometimes. Yeah, I'll just take many partings. And then Gimli, there's Uruk-hai. Can't block unless you control a goblin or orc. We have plenty of those, but we don't need 4-drops, as I said. Gimli, dealing some damage. Dreadful as the Storm is actually a totally fine combat trick. Arwen's Gift is also okay. We're just going to speculate a little bit into a lot of different colors here. Gimli's not great, so we're just going to try to be black and then have options to play the other colors. So we have one green card, one blue card. We'll take another Cirith Ungol. Generous Ent coming around is not a crazy sign. Meriadoc, totally reasonable 2-drop, but we don't really want to go into that color, so we'll just keep taking the black cards. We got 2 Cirith Ungol Patrols, a couple 4-drops. We don't have the cheap black cards, nothing too premium, but maybe we'll get them in pack 2. We have cut black a lot. Been pretty efficient doing that. And we'll fill out the lower part of our curve as we go. Okay, now we see Osgiliath Stalwarts, Rohirrim Lancer. We'll just take this. It's a 1-drop in red. Gets me closer to red-black. It also plays well with Cirith Ungol Patrol, at least decently. Now we're just seeing late cards that aren't very good. We'll take the Spider because it's the only, like, somewhat playable one of these. Okay, and then we get Stew the Conies. Clearly everyone's avoiding green, so we could draft black-green if we wanted. Black-green does have a little bit of a food theme. And I guess we'll take the Cool Mountain. It's Phantom, so it doesn't matter. Okie doke. We have opened one of my favorite rares in the set, Phial of Galadriel, which is if you draw a card and you have no cards, you draw 2 instead. And if you gain life while you have less than 5, you gain twice as much life. So it plays really well with foods, plays really well with just cards that empty your hand out. And I think we could really leverage that in this deck. There's also Errand Rider of Gondor. So if you control a legendary, which is a theme of this set, you get to just draw a card. So that's pretty good. There's Mushroom Watchdogs, which can be good in black-green. But I'll probably wheel that. I assume I'll wheel most of the green cards based on pack 1. And then there's Smite the Deathless as a removal spell. Pretty great kill spell, if you ask me. 2 mana, deal 3. And Exiles. I think we'll just take the Phial, though. I think it's a really nice card. If we're playing green, we could use it to splash with many partings. And we already have, like, a few black cards. 5 black cards is enough to kind of go into black, and then the Phial can give us some more extra value. Elrond. So this is a Scry payoff. There's not a lot of reason to take this card, though, because blue-green is super bad. And, yeah, we're not going to try to splash it because we aren't going to be splashing the Scry cards. But I do think Gollum is quite good. Lets us just get the Ring Tempting, plays well with Cirith Ungol Patrol, pretty reasonable. There's also Shadow Summoning, so black-white, if we wanted to go back that direction. I don't think white was that open, though. So I kind of just want to take Gollum over Torment of Gollum, over Nasty End. I think it's mainly between Gollum, Shadow Summoning, which is just 2 1/1s for 2 mana, which is good, and then Torment of Gollum is totally reasonable. But I think we'll just get a 2-drop. We don't really have any that we're guaranteed to play right now. Yeah, blue-green's going to be open this pack, I get a feeling. I'm just getting that vibe, you know, when we see two blue-green cards. This is like the best blue-green card because it can just take over the game on its own, but still not really worth taking early. Rally at the Hornburg is really nice, making a couple tokens. Plays really well with Seereth Ungol Patrol. I think we're just going to rely on like wheeling all of the green cards, and if we don't wheel them, then we'll just be happy with the black cards we took. So we're going to take Torment of Golem here. And we're going to rely on maybe getting some green cards and maybe going black-green splash, a good card if we get one. Morgul Knife Wound is one of the black cards I'm not happy to play. Just don't think it's very good. This is a reasonable removal spell. We don't have a great reason to play Stew the Conies. I guess we'll take it, though. All the Stew the Conies. We'll just take Mordor Muster, though. I expect the only reason we took it that pack is because we were going to probably wheel all the other copies we saw. I don't think anyone's playing our color. With that color being green. Sack a creature, destroy a creature. We're just going to take Mordor Muster, get a 2-drop. Shadow of the Enemy. So we can just cast all of our opponent's creatures. Pretty decent. Glorfindel. So if we have cards that care about having legendaries, 3 mana, 3/2. When you scry, get the +1/+1. Must be blocked or can't be blocked by more than one creature. Theoden King. We're nowhere near that. Shadow of the Enemy isn't the greatest. We're going to either take Generous Ent or Mushroom Watchdogs, I think. Probably Generous Ent. I think we're going to wheel that other Mushroom Watchdogs. East Farthing Farmer is also totally fine. We could take that. But I think green is super open this draft, and we're going to get a lot of green cards. Yeah, we get another one of these. Generous Ent number 2. So the thing is if nobody else is drafting green, you can actually just like get decent cards like Generous Ent. We have one pack left to wheel the Mushroom Watchdogs. Okay, Lost to Legend. This is just a solid removal spell. We'll take Relentless Rohirrim. Maybe we get enough cards to go black-red. I don't think so we will, but it's worth a shot. We did wheel Mushroom Watchdogs. We also wheeled Errand Rider of Gondor and Lost to Legend. That's wild. I don't think we're going to make playables if we don't take the green cards, though. Rush the Room, Westfold Rider. Sure. I think Westfold Rider is worse than the Eastmark Cavalier. Another Mushroom Watchdogs, perfect. Sure. Take the white card. Pippin's Bravery is not great. We'll take it. I think we're going to end up with an okay deck here. Just looking at our pile of cards. We've got plenty of playables. We're going to get a lot of good cards pack 3, I think. Pippin's Bravery should not count as a good card, though. Don't worry. We didn't wheel Stew the Conies, so maybe somebody else kind of pounced on our strategy as well of just realizing green was going to be undrafted. And pretty much last pick, Watchdogs. Many partings into Watchdogs is not like a terrible thing to do. Oh my gosh. Well, that's kind of a perfect open, because we're actually already playing black-green. 6 mana, 8/8, Death Touch, Ward 2. And then turn stuff into foods to fuel our Watchdogs, or just get entered the battlefield effects. Really good card, honestly. Like, if we weren't playing green, we might even consider trying to splash this, but it's just going to be great in our deck. We do have the tools to splash. 1 file, 1 many partings. So we'll keep an eye out, but this is just the perfect card. Easily fits into our deck. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the Generous Ent over whatever I took it over the first one. But having a couple of them is pretty nice. Then we're going to get Meriadoc Brandybuck, I think. This card's pretty good against us. The Battle of Bywater. Kill all our big guys. Mirkwood Spider's going to wheel. We're not going to see a lot of black here, I don't think. Errand Rider of Gondor. We have a couple legendaries. 1, 2, 3. Could be a nice little 2-for-1, but I think we're just going to take Mary. Lothlorien Lookout's really quite poor. We're not seeing any black cards so far. Enraged Hjorn is totally okay. A little bit of Ring Tempting is not amiss. We have 1 Ring Tempt card. 2 Ring Tempt cards. That is one of the problems with green, is its Ring Tempting is a little bit weaker. So we might splash for some Ring Tempting, but we'll take the Hjorn. It's not a great card, but it's not terrible. And Claim the Precious. Perfect. Just what we want. Go away, Knights of Dol Amroth. Yeah, great removal spell. Some Ring Tempting. And yeah, we might splash red just so we can get in this Breaking of the Fellowship, Rohirrim, and Rohirrim Lancer. Getting 3 more Ring Tempts cards is going to be pretty good, I think, for our deck. Grimo Wormtongue. I think we'll take Dunland Crebain. Get some more Amass synergies. A good card to sacrifice to our Cirith Ungol. Yep, should be pretty reasonable. Woe's Pathfinder. Whoa there. Improvised Club is a really good card. We have a lot of stuff we could sack to it. We already have these 2 guys as sack outlets. I think we'll take Woes. It's going to make our red splash a little bit better. I don't think Mirkwood Bats is ever really great. War Beasts. Elven Farsight's not great either. Guess we could take Glorfindel, but we don't really scry ever. Still, I guess we'll take it. Okay, we're going to bring in this guy, put in this guy, put in this guy. Splashing a Rohirrim Lancer seems a little bit bad, though. We probably won't splash that guy. We're just going to count these as like forests. Gimli. Ooh, many parties. Perfect. Just what we wanted. Gimli, Mournful Avenger. When another creature dies, put a counter. When an ability resolves for a 3rd time, fights up to 1 target creature. Honestly, I wouldn't mind playing Gimli in this deck. But many partings is going to be perfect for our red splash. Getting our Mushroom Watchdogs up to snuff. Shire Sheriff. We'll take this for our sideboard. We did wheel this, so maybe we could have been a white deck somehow. I think our red splash is going to be nice for a couple of Ring Tempting cards. We have red, red, too many partings. Gosh, if only Gimli wasn't in the same pack as many partings. We're not going to need any of these cards. I guess we'll just take the Brandywine Farmer. Galadriel Guide, sure. Just not a very good card, honestly. 4 mana, 3/4 is just not good stats for this format. That's what it feels like, at least. Well, we'll see how we do with this deck. I think we'll be fine. Got some card advantage. Okay. So, we don't want to splash Rohirrim Lancer. We will splash these 2 red cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 land cards right there. So this is like 23. So let's see what our mana base would be. We don't want to flood out. So we'll just play it like this, I think. Because these are 4 lands, basically. And then we can add basics. So we'll add 6 green. 1 mountain and 6 swamps. That's actually perfect. Just what I wanted to do. Perfect. Save deck. And it might look like a low land count, but that's because it is. We're just trying to leverage our many partings and our generous ends. But that's going to do it for the build. I'll see you in the games. Welcome to round 1. We will keep our hand. So as you can see, it's a lot of lands here, but that's why we don't have very many left in the deck. Say they're starting off with a nice little start. We will start off with a Mirkwood Spider, so we can trade blows. Red black. You face this matchup a lot. You have to be ready for it. They're gonna be pretty quick. Okay, we have a lot of black mana. So it's gonna get our red source, of course. The lands are kind of hard to tell apart. Okay, they're nasty ending. Okay. So one thing about our lands is we'll be able to discard them later. We're still going to play a swamp, though, so we can claim the precious if we need to. So when you play against black-red, you kind of expect people to have fought over it. Like in our draft, we were kind of taking black and red cards to try and get into black-red ourselves. So it's not like people are going to get a perfect version of it most of the time. We'll take woes. Whoa, that's a big zoom. Look at that. Crazy. Mirkwood Bats. Sure. Yeah, they're playing like the, not dregs exactly, but kind of. So we're almost towards Generous End mana. We will trade Mirkwood Bats for a Mirkwood Spider. And we don't want to sack our food for life because we have the Mushroom Watchdogs that we want to be able to make into 3/3s. Okay, they played a Mirkwood Bats. Our Breaking of the Fellowship should be able to kill that with whatever they play next. Okay, War Beast of Gorgoroth. Perfect. So here we could either... So what we're going to do here is going to go Forest, so we have double green in case we need it. Then we're going to go red, green. Target creature to deal damage. And they're going to kill their guy with that. The ring will tempt me, and I'll make Mirkwood Spider the ring bearer. Actually, I kind of want to make Meriadoc the ring bearer. Kill their 5/4. Keep Mirkwood Spider as the ring bearer. Because then we can start getting rid of cards that we don't need. That is one of the best reasons to be splashing red, to try to get more of these. Because once you get your ring up to 2 is when you're really kind of cooking. I forgot that would trigger itself. But that's okay. Oh, it can give Meriadoc Death Touch. That's good to know. Discard the swamp. We're kind of in a good shape here, I think. Though we only have 2 cards in hand. They have 5, but we're going to have 3 next turn, and they've played their 6th land. So we've kind of played a bunch of mana sources. And we don't have that many mana sources in our deck. We'll just play Generous End next turn. Okay. So I think we'll get one more hit in, though. Depending on what we draw. Actually, no, we won't know what we draw. And this can give something +3/+3, so it could make this relatively useful. Okay, we will pay 2 life then. Especially because we have Seereth Uncle Patrol to draw into. Golem. Okay, perfect. That's actually the perfect card to discard. Discard Golem. Hmm. I will just play Shelob. It's just so huge. They can't kill it unless they have Claim the Precious. Or they played Lash of the Balrog and sacrifice one of their guys. I guess now that they have a land, they can kill it. They have Claim the Precious, sure. It's unfortunate. Bit of a bummer, as they say. We'll block whatever they make the Ring Bearer. Red-black is good partially because it has so many ring-bearing cards. Smite the Deathless is gone. Okay, that's kind of wild. They maybe have a combat trick to keep it safe. Orcish Bowmasters. Oh my gosh. That card was going to wreck me no matter what, though. Well, now they have no cards in hand. Okay, no. Yes, I'll pay the 2 life. File, perfect, okay. Well, we're first going to start by doing this. Sack this. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. File. Green, green. Watchdogs. And we just need to be able to block this guy. We're willing to take 3 from the Orc army for a turn. Because if we made this guy bigger, we wouldn't be able to use it. We need to find an answer for the Orcish Bowmasters, too. We don't want to draw too many cards from the file. Okay. It's in our deck. Do we have any answers to it? Stew the Conies, 2 of them. Yep. We're just going to keep the land in hand, though. If we were trying to draw cards, we would be fine, but we don't want to really draw cards here. We can put them on a 2-turn clock with this thing. Gosh, if they kill our Generous Ent, we're so toasted. Okay. They discarded Breaking of the Fellowship. This Orcish Bowmasters is a real problem. Okay, Mushroom Watchdogs, sure. I shouldn't have played the land maybe because I kind of wanted to play the golem. But I also wanted to be able to threaten to activate the woes so they couldn't just triple block. I guess they couldn't triple block anyway. Okay, that's pretty bad for me. Fear fire foes. It's kind of funny. I sack one food and all the damage is gone. Because of the file. Fear fire foes is a good card to know about. Troll of Khazad-dûm. This is a bummer. Fear fire foes was really good. And I haven't drawn my Stew the Conies. And I can't draw multiple cards because this thing will just tear me to shreds then. I do get to blank one of their attacks. There's Stew the Conies. Perfect. And now File takes over. I'll draw 2 cards this turn. And both of my creatures are lethal. Beautiful. That's why you need some ring temps in your deck. They don't lose the life yet with it, right yet? But they do have to not double chump exactly. If I draw Stew the Conies, boom, got the win. So I was going to draw Gothmog, which was going to be great. Okay, so we got the Outgrind matchup there. We have to save our removal spells for Orcish Bowmaster. We'll have to remember that. And X1s that are expensive are not going to be playable, so... Actually, most of our cards are fine. Dunlin Crebain, you can take the hit, I guess. Galedrim Guide. Pippin's Bravery. Yeah, I think our deck is pretty well set up for this matchup anyway. We're pretty grindy. We're just going to have to hope they don't draw Orcish Bowmasters. They don't have artifacts or enchantments, really. Yeah, we should be fine. I think the splash red, you could see the extra cards are pretty meaningful there. We have a lot of creatures, just like a lot of reasonable stuff. Orcish Bowmasters is a problem, but we have good removal for it, or at least a few removal spells. We'll have to try to save our Breaking of the Fellowship to kill it, which is a pretty good answer. Stew the Conies is a nice one to have option for. Okay, nice. We have a dream start. We'll keep this. No black mana yet, but many partings can find red mana. think we're more likely to draw a mountain, so we'll just do it like this, and then we can play Meriadoc on turn 2. And then, okay, perfect. Breaking of the Fellowship can kill the Orcish Bowmasters before it does anything crazy to me. A Generous Ent can be cycled. Remember, we've kind of built our deck to assume this is going to get cycled a lot of the time. Okay, Herodrin Spearmaster, sure. They're kind of going off a little bit, aren't they? Okay, so we will cycle Generous Ent. Kind of wish I had gotten a forest, but this mountain's going to be pretty okay here. Now we have a 3/3. Claim the Precious? Yep, that's unfortunate. It's a tough one. No blocks. We'll just assume we'll draw a land here. We do not. So if we can just draw a swamp here to play our Gothmog to stabilize us, I think we win. Or we're in good shape. We have plenty of life gain as long as we draw some lands. Okay, that card's annoying. Come on, land. Beautiful, just what we needed. Yep, Gothmog's the best option here. Can't be blocked by the Warg. And now if we draw a land, we can go Golem, gain life. We're just going to have to hope they don't have a removal spell right now. But like every land we draw just gets us closer to cracking these foods. Close battle. I think they have all spells in hand, but we know they have some clunkers like the 5-mana 5/4 War Beasts. Their first claim to Precious on our Watchdogs was kind of annoying. But if we can just untap, we'll take 5 from this. I think we actually will double block it. We don't really want to take 5. Bats, sure. Beautiful. Let's check them out. Well, that's a good one to take. They're empty-handed. Not going to attack. They'll get to hit us for 3. Sure. That's a huge draw. So now food we sacrifice gains us 6 life. And their Orcish Bowmaster's already dead. Okay. It is a little annoying that we're going to have to, I think, use our removal the way we don't want to. So Meridoc's down. They're going to make their Orc army the Ring Bearer, of course. Urukai. Make our Orc the guy. Kill that guy. Okay, that's really bad. Oh, man, maybe I just punted. I didn't think that last card was going to be a kill spell like that. Really bad. Carry the ring, Orc army. I will discard the swamp. And I'm going to take the gamble that they can't kill me this turn. So I can draw an extra card with File, then gain a bunch of life and be totally fine. They could kill me here. Don't get me wrong. Like if they make 2 tokens or something. It's a heck of a draw. Okay. I'm not drawing an extra card from my File, but File is so good. It's gained me a lot of extra life. It's a little bit surprising they're attacking with the Flyer, because putting me down to this life total, I mean, they have to get rid of their extra lands, I guess. But I get to gain up to 6 now. It's funny, if they play Torment of Golem, I get to draw 2 cards. Fear Fire Foes. Sure. It's a great card. Let's go, Watchdogs. So this will hit them for 5. I don't need to sack the food. I'll get rid of the Watchdogs, actually, so I can draw an extra card. Like, I think Watchdogs in hand is worse than a random draw from my deck, especially if I'm just digging for removal or something. So now I have 2 lethal threats, because if the Ring Bearer hits them, then they die. Okay, so they're having that do damage to that, sure. Snarling Warg. That's a good draw. Great draw, actually. Really? It's a brave chump block. Dunlin Crebain. So Gollum has to die for the ring to tempt me. I'm gonna do the Coney something for sure. Actually, I can just block the Ring Bearer now. I should have just killed the Snarling Warg while they were tapped out. Boom, win the match. Oh man, that red splash was very clutch. But so was just file and all that good stuff. What a win. See you next round. Welcome to another round. Easy mulligan. This hand is a great hand. Easy keep. We'll ditch the Watchdogs. It's kind of like a good card in the late game compared to some 2-drops, but we're just trying to recoup our card advantage a little bit here. The Shire Terrace. Nice little card there. Good design. Okay, Battle Scarred Goblin. We can't really block that. I meant to play Forest. Such is life. They'll hit us for 2, we'll hit them for 3. It'll be fine. I kind of wanted to play Woes there, but I clicked the wrong land. I'm not really worried about my life total as much, as long as I have mana to cast my stuff and sacrifice foods and such. Red, white, sure. Sure. So if they don't want to trade that, then we will use our Mordor Muster to make ourselves a 1/1 that we can block this guy with. Wow, just once again getting punished. I should have... I mean, I have a bunch of green 1-drops. I should have tapped the other way for sure. Oh, Aomer. We are toasted. If I had had this guy in play, I would have been fine. Jeez. Getting punished, but that's only justice. I'm kind of getting punished on all fronts, but that will be fine. Okay, play Mirkwood Spider. Tab 2. Play Woes. No block. I mean, no attack. Sure. Yep. We've kind of stabilized a little bit here. Land is good. Meriadoc. Stew the Conies to punch the Warbeast. Could be good. Especially while they're tapped out. They'll get a 2/2. Golem trades with that, though. Okay, our cards are lining up better and better against theirs. Kind of want Golem to die, honestly, so that then our Uruk-hai can come down and be a nice little asset. Oh gosh, another Warbeast. This card's kind of annoying, actually. In all honesty. Ah, there's another combat phase, right? No, only legendary attackers. Okay, sure. Okay. The ring shall tempt me, and this orc army shall carry it. Just choose the same ring bearer. And I actually am okay if everything trades down here. Like the orc army can trade off here totally fine. Double block here, single block here, block here. Okay, that's bad though. Oh, they're letting me attack? That's wild. Maybe I should have given the ring to Gollum. That actually would have been way better. I will search. And then I'll just hold the land for now. Might as well. I know if I play 2 lands, I can get the woes going. Oh no. Arwen's a heck of a card. Yep. Arwen's really good, though. I will actually gain the life here. I might be mana constrained in the future. Well, that's a bummer, slightly. But not going to complain about the Shelob, obviously. Can't really attack into it. If they just kill it right now, I'm going to cry. Sure. Basically, I just have to find another ring tempting card. That's a crazy attack. Do they not know what Shelob does? Oh my gosh, did they actually draw a kill spell or something? Well, that's a bummer. Definitely a bummer. I was hoping to get the Arwen one. Still. 5. Yep. Just chilling here. It's a good card, though. Stew the Coonies. We're stewing. What the heck? That's a good card, too. They're kind of going Naya Legends over here. So I go to 11. So now I can make my guy indestructible and give it lifelink. Yep. That is how this works. I don't think my opponent knew that, but it does. And now I have a lifelinking Shelob. And yeah. Yeah, that was pretty great for me. Yeah, they are conceding. As I would expect them to. Okay, against their deck, the only change I kind of want to make is adding a land so that I don't have to cycle my Ents quite as much. I don't want a 3/4 because they're going to play their guy. That's not a 3/4. What seems bad? Like Watchdogs seem a little bit worse, but I do want 2-drops. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut 1 Watchdogs for a Forest. And then we'll run it like that. And that'll be a pretty reasonable change, I think, to make. Perfect. We will keep this hand. I didn't get too punished for my mistap that last game, which was nice. Merkwood Spider shuts them down. Them and their aggro plan. Westfield Rider, sure. Gets wrecked by Mordor. So, like, yeah, now imagine if I just drew lands for consecutive turns. I could just play this thing more likely. But I'm not going to actually be able to do that this time. I'm probably going to have to cycle it. That's pretty good. 2 for 1, but I got a 2 for 1 with this, so. Yeah, so we are going to play Watchdogs and cycle Generous End. Cast into the Fire is a good one. Okay, we're going to Torment of Golem while we still can next turn. Okay, they just have a land. Honestly, not the end of the world. Obviously, I would have preferred to nab a spell. Play the land I know about. Perfect. Next turn, I can many partings into Gothmog. Esquire, sure. So I want to make the trade here because when I play Gothmog, I'd rather get a 1/1 Death Toucher. And above all, I'd rather just get a Seereth Ungol into play. It's nice that it like automatically on Magic Online hovers. You hover the card and it does this now. Like you don't have to worry about it. Okay, they're attacking me for 2. It's a little sketchy. I'm not going to block. Sure. Many partings to get my mountain. Because just holding this up means that I can block with the Gothmog this turn. And now I don't really have to worry. I'll just block with the Gothmog. If they go for a kill spell, I can sack it. Seereth Ungol's a pretty good card. I don't know if I want to sack the 1/1. I don't think I do. Now I do, though. Maybe I should have factored that in before. I assume they have a combat trick or a kill spell or something. Reprieve. Okay, I will play the land then. Okay. Oh no. That reprieve was really good. Let's be real. I was really going to be able to get him, maybe. That guy can't block? Okay, he's already not blocking. I guess I can't block the Battle Scarred Goblin right now. I assume they'll discard a land. There and back again is really good. Okay, they definitely have a spell in hand then. So I'll be able to nab it with the Torment of Golem. I forgot this guy couldn't block. I should have just been attacking with him. Okay. Yeah, get out of here, Arwen. Nobody likes you. So I'm going to need to keep this guy alive to kill the Smog. Oh, they chump block. Okay. So I can play this, and I can just kill this thing. And then if they draw nothing, then I hit them for 4, 7, 9. They go to 8, and then they can't attack me with Smog. That just seems way too risky. Way too risky. They get the mountain. Clever opponent, knowing that I can't block with this because I need to spew the conies. Maybe they don't even know that, but Battle Scarred, sure. I forgot to sack that. Oops. So they're going to create Smog. This will be able to block again. 1, 2, 4. I'm just going to pass turn. I'm just going to hope they didn't top deck a kill spell right off the top. Boom. They get their 14 treasures. It's a lot of treasures. Okay, +2/+1. Do I want to sack this to draw a card? Kind of. 3/3 versus 2/2, but there's a ring bearer. I guess sacking it was bad because I can't block this guy now. Never mind, I stand corrected. I can totally block it. Go, Gothmog. Be the hero. Okay. I actually don't have that many lands left because I have 4, 8, 9, 10. I only have 3 lands left in the deck. They discarded a mountain. Thank goodness we got rid of him. Yeah, I don't have that many lands left. Seereth Ungol, let's go. They have all these treasures and nothing to spend them on. Definitely holding the land, so if we get another ring tempting, we can get there. Okay, Lemdus. They can definitely cast whatever they want. Let's see, did they scry to the top? Scryed one top, yep. Okay, War Beast of Gorgoth, sure. Yep, they definitely want to get that back in the deck. With infinite mana, it's definitely worth it. We're not going to sack these. We have 15 life. Definitely just attacking with everything here. Don't want to get too fancy. They have no cards in hand. They have to probably block Seer Thungle. Or the 4/5 trample, but I imagine Seer Thungle. And then they take 7 and they're dead next turn. And they'll have to chump block with their 2/2 next turn. Yep. So let's see what they draw. Boom, we win the match again. Nice little win there. I'll see you folks in the final round. Welcome to the final round. Easy keep. Remember, we only have 13 lands, but we have functionally 17 because we have the many partings to draw the Ents. So we're in okay shape. Blue-red. That's a pretty good deck. That's a pretty good start for a pretty good deck. And then we will cycle. We would love to have a little bit of assurance that we'll hit this land drop, but that's okay. Let's get the forest. Beautiful. I will actually grab... Swamp. It's too necessary. I won't be able to cast this guy for a while. I'm just accepting that. Yeah. Let's take him out. Oh, yeah. So this card is insane in their deck. Isolation is a card they can cast next turn, though. I'm just going to get rid of the isolation. It's a tough choice. Yep. So they're going to play Gandalf now. Three, four, five, six, seven. Sure. I'm going to claim the Precious on Gandalf next turn. So I don't want them drawing cards, and there will be some nice ring tempting in their deck, I think. No blocks. No attacks, I mean. So now the Gandalf sanction can kill my guy. Warbeast. Yep. Meriadoc Brandybuck. And Mushroom Watchdogs. And they currently have 2, so we will sack the food token to keep it out of range of the Gandalf's sanction. Gandalf's sanction can kill Meriadoc, though. Rohirrim, sure. Okay, no block, so we'll take 7 here. Perfect. Stew the conies. Hmm. Hmm. I can take 5 here. I maybe should have sacked it to gain 3 life, but this way... Oh, I can't even block before. That was bad. Yeah, that was a punt. Yep. Okay, that game was close, but I think I choked it, and I also just didn't draw the lands I needed down the stretch. I forgot that this thing had the ring on it. Yeah, I'm just going to run it back. I would like to play first. I love this hand. That was tough, though. I think I could have won that game if I had played it differently. Maybe I was supposed to not take isolation. I think taking isolation was fine, though. Just maybe claiming the Precious Gandalf was a bit aggressive then. Like, I should have just played out my cards. Maybe I should have gotten a mountain instead of a swamp. This is where I need to draw land for file. I assumed they wouldn't block. Gosh. Yep, Birthday Escape is great. Easy block. Beautiful. I will sack this because it does seem to be an aggressive matchup. And this can give me the red mana I need. Okay. Yep, we'll take that. That's not good for me, though. They have a really good deck. Sure. We're going to get rid of this mountain. I draw a land here, though, I can go file and stew the conies. And my life total is pretty high. It's just this is a pretty good card for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crebain from Dunland. Okay. I don't want them to be looting. Essentially, I have a bunch of really good plays lined up for the following turns. This into this, this into this, this. That's a great draw, too. I can get rid of their Gandalf Sanction. Sure, Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. I don't want them drawing cards. I actually think I can beat Sanction. If I draw land, I mean, they're going to kill my Orc Army token with this, presumably, but hopefully I can go land into Action. File. Black. Black this. Kill Gandalf. You have the precious, my friend. Get him. So I know that one of the cards is the Gandalf Sanction. I'm getting close to emptying my hand for the file. I'm just going to do it like this. I don't really want to play the Dunland Crebain right now. Hitting them for 3 is fine, though. This thing doesn't have any great targets is the great thing for me. Yep. I take 2. Gandalf Sanction down. That's why I've been saving my Crebain from Dunland. They don't control any creatures, so I can't use my Breaking of the Fellowship. So my file is a little bit jammed, but that's okay. They don't have a lot of creatures, it looks like, which makes sense for a mostly instants and sorceries-based deck. Boom, we won game 2. It's all down to this game. Okay. What do we want to do? Well, I think we're just going to run it back. Our deck is our deck. There's always the option of like adding a land and shaving a watchdog or something, but I think we've been pretty good about it. It never doesn't drive me a little crazy that says you lost the die roll when it's like, I didn't lose the die roll. This is just game 3. They get to choose to be on the play. Oh, man. These have been some good matches. The Lord of the Rings format is really good. Perfect. Good hand. Lead with the spider. And I do feel like I will hopefully be able to stymie their offense here. I hope they don't have cast into the fire. I lose if they have that, probably. File of Galadriel. They have like could have like Essence Scatter in their deck too. Yep. Birthday Escape is great. This was one of the NicolaiBolas preview cards. I'm really proud of it. Yep, they're looting. Willow Wind down. They ditch and yep. So this is a really good turn to go. Dunlin Crebain into Golem. Hit them for 1. I have 2 blockers for this guy now. I don't want to get... I mean, the Torment of Golem is great. Don't get me wrong. Okay, there's another one. I think they might have the Essence Scatter the way they're playing. Nice. The ring tempts me. Sure, you can hold the ring, Dunland. Yep, this has to be a Gandalf's Sanction angle. That card is going to do too much work. Warbeast. Yep. This card is so messed up. Get rid of the isolation. They can have their last little 2-1. Yep, we have another. I really want to get empty-handed, so I'm playing all these things. That's pretty good for me as well. Boom. I think we're in great shape here. If we untap, we're going to probably win. Watch this. Because we have no cards in hand, when we loot, we'll draw 2, discard 1. How many instants and sorcerers do they have in their graveyard? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can kill this and I'm still fine. Yep. Boom! Trophy. Let's go. Undefeated. We only lost that one game. Very satisfying. Let's take one last look at our deck. But very cool. We had the signal. We're at the top of the leaderboard on the trophies. Feels excellent. Always a nice feeling. We had the Shelob, which was a great open in pack 3, but really it was just understanding the format, getting these good black cards, and then knowing to value these ring-tempting cards. So splashing red for cards that are just commons, but really, really important to our strategy. We had so much life gain so that aggro couldn't beat us, and then a lot of grindy elements, and replacing our lands with like many partings and Generous Sense made it harder to get flooded as well. And of course, File was excellent. We gained so much life with this and drew a bunch of extra cards. That's going to do it for this one. If you did make it to the end of this video, leave hashtag Return of the King to let me know you made it to the end of the video, because this is Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. We managed to secure the victory, so I'm kind of the king of Lord of the Rings at the moment, and I feel amazing about it. This was a really fun draft. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.